Hey, what's up and welcome to this new pizza array tutorial. Today we will create something like this. Okay, here we are in Blender now, so let's delete our cube now. And today we want to use this guy here again. But first of all, we need a plane. And let's hit here into edit mode and let's subdivide this one for 2 times. Okay, cool. Let's leave the edit mode by pressing tab again, and we can hit into geometry nodes right now. Yeah, let's add here a new geometry node setup. By the way, I got this idea or technique from Erindale. He created or made a displacement and scattering geometry node setup, and yeah, he did this for landscaping stuff, and I changed a little bit and used this for city, tiny city stuff, and I will link the tutorial into the description if you want to see this tutorial. Okay, first of all, we need some subdivision surface. Let's put this one here between. Let's put the crease to 1 and duplicate this one because we need much subdivisions. Okay, the next one will be set position. Let's put this one here between, and the next one is brick texture. So let's search this one. We want to put this one here into the offset, but we have to put a vector math node between these two nodes, and this one should be here in the downside, the down part, and we have to change this one to scale. So let's put this one here into the scale, and we only need to change this one to 1. So we are having here some stuff going on now. The next change will be here, this one to black and the scale to 6. And the next thing is the Voronoi texture. So let's put this one, the distance, into the vector. And let's change this one to F2, GVHF, and the scale to 6. Okay, cool. That's looking good. And now let's increase here the mesh subdivisions. And now we are getting here some city stuff or something which can be a city. So yeah, that's the geometry part for now. The only thing is we have to add here a set material, and let's create really quick here a material and material city, and now we can add this one here to our geometry node setup. So let's hit back here to our layout, and let's create first of all a cube for our guy here, so that he has something to stand on. Yeah, let's go into the settings, and we want to change this one to -2 or something more here, and increase the scale to 4. Okay, cool. And the next thing could be here our camera right now. So let's change this one really quick because the viewport is not on the right place now. So let's go here for 0 and -12, something like 2.6, rotation 90 degrees, and 0 on the Z value. That's looking better. And now we can go here to our city. Let's rename this one to city front. And now we have to scale this one to 35 by 35, really big, and 18 in the height or in the Z value. So okay, that's looking good right now, and maybe we can put this one here back to 65 in the Y, and put this a little bit down to minus 13. Okay, cool. And the next one will be that we duplicate this one, because I want to have another city or more buildings which are behind this small city. So let's duplicate this one by pressing Shift D, and yeah, let's rename this one to City Back. I want to rotate this one by 90 degrees here, and yeah, scale this one again. So let's go here for 90 by 90 and 60 in the Z value. And now let's zoom a little bit out here, and now we can go here with 180 in the Y and minus 28 in the Z value, so it's a little bit yeah, a little bit down. And we are going now here into the camera view. The city is disappears here, and we can change this by the camera settings. And let's go here into the camera and change the clip end to maybe something like 2500. And now the city is back. Okay, let's go here into the shading. What I want to use now is this picture or photo from Goncharova. I hope I spelled this right. And yeah, you can download this one. I will link this one into the description. And we want to add this here to our material now. So let's go back here into our scene and select here our material. And first of all, I want to put this one down here into the black. And then I want to add this city here into our project. And now we can link this one here into the, I hope you can see this. I will link this one here into the emission. Now you can see here that our texture is on the city, but it looks a little bit weird. So we can change this by adding here a node setup or a material mapping, node material mapping whatsoever. So you can go here into the node wrangler. If you haven't enabled, go into preferences, add-ons, and search for wrangler. Node wrangler, enable this one, and then you can add here a texture setup. And now we can change this one here from UV to object. And the next thing is, what is really important is here, change the texture one here from flat to box. Okay, and that looks a little bit better. The next thing will be a color ramp, because I only want to have these windows from this image. So let's go here and change this one to constant, and let's put a little bit this slider up. And now we can see here a little bit that we are getting here some windows. And now we only have to adjust here our texture in the mapping. So let's go here with something like 2.6, 0.9 and 9. And the next thing is the scale here in the Z by 0.5. And now we are having here some lights in our city or some windows. And yeah, let's see. We are in Eevee here right now, so let's enable the ambient occlusion, the bloom, the green space reflections. Let's disable half res trace. Enable, yeah, put the trace precision up and the edge fading down. And now let's go here and crank the emission up, so maybe to something like 40, but that's up to you. So maybe it's a little bit too much. Let's go a little bit down, and let's go here, change it to something bluish here. And now, yeah, now you can adjust the windows here with this slider. And when you want to use only one color, you're done now with the material. But when you want to use more more colors, more window colors, so we have to change the slider here a little bit down. So, and now we search here for a mix RGB, put this one here between and duplicate the whole thing by pressing Shift and D, and put this color into the to the other mix input here, and let's change this one to maybe something golden, orange, whatsoever. And we can see big changes because the positions of the window are the same now. So let's change here the location a little bit, and now we can see that we are having here some window stuff going on, and you can play with the settings to what you like, maybe to something like this. I think that something like this is okay right now. So yeah, let's go with this. And I want to add here another color, so let's go here with another mix node, duplicate this one again, and put here another color channel, and maybe we will go here with something violet or something like this, and change this one here again. And let's see here right now. I think that's okay right now. Let's go with this. Yeah, and when you are having too much stuff going on, you can always adjust this when you put these sliders a little bit down. So I have to try it a little bit. So I think that's okay right now. And the last thing which I want to do here in the city material is change here the the roughness. So we have to search for here a brick texture. Let's add another mapping node here, which is totally fine now. And we have to put this one here into the roughness. Now let's search here for a ramp again and put these sliders a little bit to the center. And now we have to go here into the settings. Let's change the offset to something like 715. Scale is okay, color is okay, and the big scale here to maybe something like this. Let's change the bias to 0.5 and the brick to 0.4 and the row height to 0.45. And we are getting these cool lines here for some technical feel. Okay. And by the way, we can add here another material for the front, and let's do it really quick. Change it to black and the roughness a little bit down, so we are having here some reflection stuff going on. Okay, cool. And when we are going here into render mode, we can see here our city, which is really cool, but I want to have a little bit more of depth. And when we turn the background here really to pitch black, the city disappears here a little bit in the sky, with the sky, or disappears in the sky. So I want to change this at first. So let's go here into the world node, and I want to use here a gradient texture. So let's put this one here into the surface. As you can see, the surface is now vertical and we need it on the horizontal line. So let's go here with another mapping node. And we have to change the Y value to 90. So now it's horizontal. And for some coloring, we have to go here with another color ramp. And I want to have a bluish gradient, which fades into something dark or black. So let's go here with a bluish color, something like this. And here let's change this to nearly black. And put this one bit down here. So let's go. I think I think we will go here with black, and now we can adjust this here. So we are getting here these cool gradient, and to get a little bit more of an idea of our silhouette, I think that's that shows a little bit better here our city. And I think we go here a little bit darker, so I only want to have just a little bit of color behind this one. I think that's cool here right now. Okay, and the other thing in these world settings is volumetric, because I want to create a little bit more depth. So let's go here with a volume scatter. Let's put this one here into the volume. And let's change the color to something gray here right now. I think that's cool. And the density should be 0.01, something like this. And you can see here, we are getting here some fog. And let's leave the anisotropy by 0. Okay. And the next one will be another fog layer, which is only a cube. So let's go with this one here, and let's change here the settings by the scale by 100, 103 in the height. And yeah, let's select this layer and put this one a little bit, not the city, the fog layer, and let's rename this one here to fog. And let's put this one a little bit down. So let's go into our view here, so that some buildings are looking through our fog here right now. So I think that's cool. And let's go back here into the object mode and add a material, which is the fog. So let's disable the principal BSDF and search for volumetric or volume scatter again, and put this one into the volume. I want to add a little noise to our fog because I want to have some differences in the fog. So let's go here again with a noise texture. Put this one into the color. Let's enable a mapping node by pressing Ctrl and T. And we have to go here with the white scale to 20, something like this. And let's add here a ramp, color ramp again, between this noise texture and volume scatter, and put the slider that they are meeting here in the middle. So, and now when we are change here our light, so let's go here with the back. We are having here some differences in the fog because of our fog here, of our noise texture. Let's get rid of this light here, and now we need an area light. And let's add this hex code here for the color and increase the power to something like this. The square, let's leave it to square, and the size to 2. We don't need shadows here. And let's rotate this one to 100, not the camera, the light to 180. And now when we are pushing back here our light and put this a little bit down to our fog layer, we can see here now that we are having here these cool fog layer. Or now when we're putting this light down here, we can see that we are having here some fog maybe. Let's put this one a little bit higher now. And now we can put this light here a little bit more up. And yeah, let's put this one here over to maybe to something like this, and duplicate this one and put this one over here to something like this, or bring it a little bit more into the front. Let's see, let's put this one here, something like this, and something like this. And now we are getting here some depth here in our image. So let's see where we can put this here. see, maybe to something like this. And if you want to, you can go ahead and put this one, another light here in front, so we're getting here some nice stuff, but you have to change here the volume a little bit, maybe because you don't want to have all this haze here in the scene, so maybe you have to play here with the volume so that the whole stuff is not so great out here right now. So maybe let's put this a little bit down. Okay, I think that's cool for the lights now. Maybe let's put this one here. And the last light which I want to add here is one light which is going here nearly to the front, to maybe something like this, so that our guy here is a little bit it has a little bit light too, because then we can see here the silhouette of this guy. Maybe you can go here with no volume or just a little bit. And I think that's looking good. If you want to have more detail for your fog, you can go here into the volumetrics, change the tile size and the samples to what you want, or increase this for more detail, but it uses more power. So yeah, I will put this a little bit here back so it's working better here. And the last thing for some contrast is you can go here into the color management and change the look to maybe something like high contrast. And yeah, maybe this guy is a little bit dark here right now, so you can go ahead and change the position or the brightness of the light a little bit, but it's up to you. That was this tutorial, and if you like futuristic stuff like me, go ahead and check out the next video. See you there, and bye.